want to make sure that everyone can hear me and can obviously see me because this is very, very important. We just arrived at 1:03, actually 1 p.m., and within 2 minutes, 3 cop cars pulled up, cornered an individual who was here doing external security for the protest. Is it too loud? Okay. Was doing external security for the protest to protect the protesters, and they had him on his knees. He's currently in handcuffs. Pretty positive it was Scientology who called and is trying to obviously intimidate people from coming to the protest to make them feel that it is violent protest or that it's something dangerous, which it is not. We are here peacefully protesting today. Correct. And he is there. He is here to protect us. And instead, Scientology is trying to take the protection away from the protesters. And he is registered. He is registered legal security for this protest. And Scientology is trying to take away the protection of the protesters today. Just another move that Scientology does to intimidate people from standing up against them, coming forward and speaking the truth. These are typical tactics of a predator. A predator finds weaknesses within whatever wall you currently have blocking you from them, and here is a pure example of that. It's honestly disturbing, in my opinion, because we know that the LAPD has had allegations of being in bed with Scientology, and it's very, very, very peculiar and suspicious that out of nowhere 3 cop cars come to intimidate the protesters today. But we are here, we're not going anywhere whatsoever. This is Survivors United, power to survivors. We are doing a peaceful protest today, and that is what it is. So they're not going to intimidate us today. We are going to stand firm and stand strong and protest against this institution that has been covering up crimes for decades. So nice try, Scientology. Nice try. It was very scary, though. I'm not going to lie. That was very, very scary. And honestly, it seems like the more I read up on Scientology, their main tactic is intimidation, and stopping anyone from speaking up, stopping people from coming forward with their truth, with their stories. And so they are obviously, in my opinion, suspiciously involved with the LAPD. It's pretty scary. It feels a little bit peculiar, in my opinion, and we're just here peacefully protesting. We literally just walked to the corner and it was like that. It was like that. This is the Church of Scientology Celebrity Center. They're waiting for his registration currently. He should be fine.
Protect survivors, not Scientology!
Protect survivors,
not Scientology!
Protect survivors, not Scientology!
Protect survivors, not Scientology!
Protect survivors, not Scientology!
Protect survivors, not Scientology!
A cult is a predator!
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 A cult is a predator! Power to survivors!
Power to survivors!
Power to survivors!
Power to survivors!
Power to survivors! Survivors united will never be divided!
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 Protect survivors, not predators!
Protect survivors, not predators!
Protect survivors, not predators!
Protect survivors, not predators!
Power to survivors! Power to survivors! Power to survivors!
it's just like orange.
Okay, the sound.
It's good? Okay, okay. Getting a lot of lovely honks, a lot of supporters. The only one who seems not to support us is Scientology and the LAPD today. I wonder why. I wonder why. Woo! Who should I talk to? Should I talk to her? Or should I go talk to Christian?
We're going to talk to Jacob first.
Okay. Oh, look at them doing that to... Oh, wait. So you hear that sound? They did that before also at our last protest. They had...
That's on purpose. Power to survivors! Power to survivors! Power to survivors! Power to survivors!
Listen to that. So they did that last time as well. They did street like construction on our first protest, and now they're cutting down trees on our second one to basically make sure that we feel small, that our voices are silenced. And you know what, Scientology? It ain't gonna work this time. It's only gonna get bigger and stronger and better. So it's just tick-tock, 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 honestly. Woo! I hope Chrissy's okay. She probably drove past and was like, what the fuck? This is Woo!
Do you know the reporter is with the long blonde hair?
Where is she?
She's been like asking to interview over. Oh, I think she just moved to the other side of the
blonde hair.
with a
She's
baseball
about
cap.
55. There she is.
Hi. Hi, are you a reporter here today? I am. Oh, who are you with?
I'm with the Daily Mail.
Oh, you're with the Daily Mail. Okay, I'm Alexa Nikolas. I'm the one who organized this protest.
Can I interview you?
Yeah, yeah,
That
sure.
would be great. Okay.
Today I'm protesting on behalf of survivors of Scientology, also survivors of Danny Masterson, and the trial that just recently happened. He's now convicted of rapist. And finding out more and more how this institution was allegedly, like they like to say, was covering up for this criminal. We see this time and time again as survivors. It's not really even just the predators at this point. It's these institutions that are covering up for these predators for decades long. And it could prevent so many victims if they weren't. If they were not covering up, it would prevent so many victims. And I'm a mother of two. I'm a mother of two. A lot of supporters. Alexa Nikolas.
bad for the police. They're just doing their job. They're just doing what Scientology calls in for. The man is registered to hold a gun. He's a retired LAPD officer. He's getting handcuffed by his own kind. It's sad. What they're doing, it's sad. They think they can just do whatever they want. My uncle told me it was gonna be a lot, but this is out of hand.
I know.
So he's still, and correct.
Right?
That is the security for the protest, and they are trying to take away my security.
For what, though? That they told you?
Well, no, I mean Scientology is the one apparently who called.
Yes. Oh, hey. Nice to meet you.
Oh, you're Liz.
Yes, I'm
Hi,
Liz.
I'm Alexa.
Hi,
Nice to meet you. Sorry, I didn't know.
It's all right. It's
So
all right.
nice to meet you. This is a wild time.
Power to survivors! Survivors united will never be divided! Survivors united will never be divided! No more cover up! You can't shut us up! No more cover up! You can't shut us up! No more cover up! You can't shut us up! A cult is a predator! Our cult is a predator! A cult is a predator! Protect survivors, not predators!
Yo, we should march around.
Yeah, we should march
I'll
around.
gather everyone and march.
Start marching down.
Yeah. Tell everyone you're going for. Yeah.
Who wants to march? Do you guys want to march around? Let's go. Let's march. Let's march.
Let's go.
That right there.
Yeah.
Everyone, we're going to march around.
Because he said.
Hi, how are you? Good. So the bullhorn is excessive, right? And there's a penal code section on it, especially in a church. But you guys can protest. You can stay here. Just no bullhorn.
Okay.
Okay.
If I lower it, if it's okay?
No. So like your normal voice is fine,
Okay.
right? But it's just the amplified sound of it. You're not allowed to do it.
Oh, okay.
So like I said.
I haven't had anyone do that at any protest I've been before. Protest.
Oh, okay.
And I still have used this every single time.
So especially in front of a church
Yeah.
when they have services, there's actually
Oh, so they're protected.
there's a specific penal code on it
Okay.
that protects them from disturbances
Wow.
from
That's so fucked up,
the
man.
church, right? So,
Yeah, but it's a cult.
I know, but
It's a really bad cult.
so if we can,
Yes.
just no bullhorn, okay? And I appreciate it. You guys can say here all you want, but no bullhorn, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
So apparently, Scientology is a religion, which is the big problem. I would like to call it a cult, and I believe a cult is a predator. They're telling me that a church is protected from the megaphone, that I can't use the megaphone because the church has a penal code that protects them from anyone using a megaphone. I mean, this is just absurd. And then we got this loud noise that's louder than the megaphone behind us. Cutting down trees, and it's louder. It's louder than this megaphone.
Let's go.
Okay. They won't let me use it. All right. All right, I guess let's march. Let's march. I do need a sign.
Power to survivors! Power to survivors! Power to survivors! No more cover up! You can't shut us up! No more cover up! You can't shut us up! No more cover ups! You can't shut us up! No more cover ups! You can't shut us up! Protect survivors, not predators! Protect survivors, not predators! Protect survivors, not predators!
Protect survivors, not predators!
Eat predators! Eat predators! A cult is a predator! 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 Survivors United will never be divided! 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 Power to survivors! 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 And stick it to the man! Stick it to the man! Wait, why am I stopping?
Everyone's catching up.
Oh, everyone's catching up?
Yeah.
Well, let's get to the corner. Protect survivors, not predators! Protect survivors, not predators! Protect survivors, not predators! Protect survivors, not predators! A cult is a predator! A cult is a predator! A cult is a predator! A cult is a predator!
A cult is a predator!
I was like, oh my god, me without the megaphone right now, I'm like, my diaphragm is like, ah! Yeah, I know, right? Protect survivors, not predators! Protect survivors, not predators! Protect survivors, not predators! Protect survivors, not predators! A cult is a predator! 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 How many NDAs? How many NDAs? How many NDAs? How many NDAs? NDAs are not okay! NDAs are not okay! NDAs are not okay! NDAs are not okay! Eat predators! Eat predators! Eat predators! Eat predators! Let's march back.
You can't use the megaphone, but you can use this. It's not a
Oh my
megaphone.
god, you're amazing. Thank you so much. What does this do? Wait, can you? Oh!
Yeah, it makes your voice louder.
Since you technically hired him, you might be able to do something to get him out. Okay. They said they want to talk to you though. Or whoever hired him. They said just for the people who hired him. Oh, okay. So we'll march back.
We'll march back.
I'm still not this clear person, as they say, and they're still fucking.
Alexa, they told me they were confused why you hired him. And I said to protect the protesters.
Okay.
Do you need someone for that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
So now the police would like to speak to me because he is the security for.
Make sure everyone stays together.
Yeah, stay together. It's like, why does security have to be here? Because Scientology does shit like this. And Scientology intimidates people left and right, making them scared for their lives.
So we're just, going for a little walk, everybody. It's getting
You know
our
what's crazy too?
We are getting our
The
answer.
guy that got called in, he's like, hey, you should get his cousin in there too. He's part of it. And I said, why? I don't have a gun. He said, but you're with him. You should get in there too.
This is so scary. What is going
The main
on?
guy that called it in, I was walking to go get Alexa. I was the one calling to get Alexa because the police were like,
Oh God, Scientology, you are really, really, really something. For someone so small like little David Miscavige, he really thinks he's got a big bark for a little chihuahua. It's like, this is a peaceful protest. This is a peaceful protest.
the organizer of the protest?
I'm the organizer of the protest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you hire anybody for security today?
Yeah, security, because I'm a public figure. I'm an actress. I had security for this event to make sure that I was protected because I've been speaking out about Scientology and have gotten threats that have actually freaked me out. And so he was hired as security to protect me today.
And you hired him?
Any Hollywood unit, 30 River 1604 North
But I have
Business Street
proof
as
of
a resident.
hiring. Not proof of hiring. I have his contract, but not on me.
Do you have an email or anything?
I have it in text message that he was coming today. Do you guys not have his boss's number?
We need clarification from the actual owner or from the person.
Do you want me to give you the guy who's his boss, his phone number? That's who I hired him from.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. I'm going into my purse, yeah.
What do you want me to hold?
If you can hold this for me. Thank you so much.
Yes, he's working.
Actually, my phone is on here.
I grew up here.
Okay, 45 Roger.
My phone is here. My phone is being used for my live right now.
Well, we need to have some way to verify that.
Can
Well,
he?
you're gonna have to not go live for a second, and you can maybe have somebody else go.
Yeah.
Your first name? How do you spell that?
Sorry, what?
How do you spell your first name?
Alexa, Alexa, like the Amazon. And then Nikolas is Nikolas.
What's your date of birth?
4492
And what's the best number to reach you at?
818-486-9778.
Okay, I'm gonna see who this guy is. What's his business name?
It is O'Brien.
Detective Carlton.
I don't know his actual firm's name. See, because I got recommended through a nonprofit for this security. So I've only had 3 interactions with him. First doing performance.
The fact that you won't give me a time for how long it is going to be an
Am I still going live?
Yeah, you're live right now.
Okay. This is really crazy. They are still not letting him go. Even though he has a registration, they are now asking me my involvement with him when he is hired security. He is security for a public figure, which many public figures have, for example. This is a peaceful protest. This is protection for me, because after I started speaking up against predators, I got a lot of threats. And this is what happens to survivors time and time again, is institutions like this will literally protect and cover up for the predator and actually go after the survivors. And this is what we're seeing again. They've been doing illegal activity forever. Why not go arrest them? They won't even go in there and arrest them for covering up. And they told me that I can't use my megaphone because the church has some type of penal code that we can't do anything about. So they're so fucking protected, Scientology, beyond belief, where I can't use my megaphone. I've used my megaphone 30 plus times now in front of Nickelodeon, and Nickelodeon never even did that. But they're trying to block this peaceful protest because their time is ticking. And they know their time is ticking. A lot of people here are survivors of Scientology. They know everything about Scientology, and they don't want them to speak up. They're used to being able to put these survivors in arbitration where no one ever gets to hear their voice. Through billion-year contracts that are not even legal. Through NDAs of silencing survivors of SA for decades, and the police are on us? That's hilarious. And now we know that the LAPD has had a lot of weird coincidences with Scientology, and it took 3 minutes before they showed up. 3 minutes to intimidate people from being at this protest. Shame on you, Scientology. Shame on you. The police should be called on you, Scientology. You're an institution that covers up crimes.
I'm Manuela.
Oh, hi.
I'm so against Scientology.
Okay.
I have a channel, What's the Buzz with Manuela. I shared a lot about this.
I mean, nice
I
to
would
meet
love
you.
to do like a 20-second interview with
Yeah,
you.
no worries.
Just, like,
No
to
worries, yeah.
bring awareness. Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
my home-
Sorry, 1 second.
Oh, sorry.
He's actually, yeah.
I'm with Brian.
You
Yeah,
are?
it's
Okay,
security.
So sorry.
So,
What is going on?
I'm gonna have to pick him up, but they're detaining him for now. So they have to take him to the shop, but I'm gonna pick him up in 15 to 20 minutes to come get him. His permit says he's allowed to carry it, but not have it concealed. So they told him since his shirt was over the guns that he's getting detained. They said someone called it in. So.
Don't you think that there's something wrong here that they're responsible for so many crimes?
Yes.
Yeah, this
Yes.
guy.
Little thing, and he's permitted too. Security.
Permitted to have
What's
it.
up with the LA?
He's retired.
They're on their side.
He's getting
not only a survivor but a survivor of the entertainment industry. Multiple different institutions that have been covering up for decades, and getting away with it. Not only getting away with it, but being complicit in potential victims' lives could be actually saved if these institutions were not covering up for these predators. And so I started to get predators a while back, and when I started to hear about Scientology, I started to hear a lot of similarities to the entertainment industry.
And their excuse was that he had it concealed, so they were covering up the army doesn't allow to carry his weapon.
And we saw that time and time again with the new trial. And so I'm standing here with survivors today. I'm a survivor myself. I believe in power to survivors. That we need to start encouraging people to protect survivors and not and not silence. Correct, and not silence them. Which is why one of the chants here is how many NDAs, because we know that Scientology was definitely behind the
And Scientology, there are over 11,000 churches all over the world, in different countries. 4 million people that enter Scientology. They're vulnerable because they are not well informed of what it is. They prey on people like that. So be educated. If you want to look into it, look into education Scientology.
And even just in case.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you want to interview some people?
Yeah, I do actually. Hi. Hi. Do you mind if I speak to you for a moment?
No, not
Okay.
at all.
Okay. I wanted to ask you what your name was.
Jane.
Jane. And are you with the Aftermath Foundation? Why are you here today?
Just to help support everybody here. I just did Scientology briefly in the 1970s, and they've been trying to recruit me ever since. Even when I lived in Canada, I got called all the time. I got sent literature from Florida, from England, and actually it was LARA's dad who tried to recruit me here. He sent me books, and we spent hours on the phone. I told him I'm a criminal. Do I look like a former felon? And I also take psych medication, and I see a therapist, and they're still trying to recruit me. It was only when I finally made them understand that my friend Cece, who got out after 40 years, they're all so afraid of her that once she actually told them to leave me alone, and then they did. Yeah, because I said, she's my friend and I'm not giving her up. So that they finally quit. But, I mean, like from 1977, and they're still, they sent people out to my house.
How did they know where you lived?
I don't even know how they found my house. It's very difficult to find. And I had told Lara's dad, Phil, my computer wasn't working all that well. And so he sent these 2 people out. I didn't even know they were coming. They walked in the middle of my friend's birthday party. And it was very funny because my friend's daughter was a friend of Leah, who tried for years to recruit her. And she was coming out of a JW father. And so when they showed up, she thought they were there for her. And she went running in the house and locked herself in the bedroom.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because she thought they were there for her. They were actually bringing a computer to show me the video thing about Golden Age of Tech. And I mean, I didn't know they were going to come. I told them, go home, we're having a party.
Right.
You know? And another time, a month or 2 later, I had a guy call and he said, I'm on my way to see you. I'm on Sierra Highway. How do I get to your house? And I said, you turn your car around and go back home.
Wow.
And I
Wow.
Lara's dad actually tried to recruit me for a long time. And he at one time opened up my folder. I mean, this is only 10 years ago. And read me a letter I had written when I completed student hat. So they've been hanging onto my folder since
That's wild.
1977.
That's terrifying. They don't forget anybody.
Phil actually grew up outside where my family had a summer home in Lake Simcoe, Ontario. And actually, that's just down the street from Sutton, where they pulled that awful fake funeral in front of an apostate's house back in the 60s. And you should look her up. Her name is Nan McLean. And she was one of the first people to sue the church. And they had all this whole walking past her house with a coffin, and it was just awful. But I wondered if they didn't have Phil's dad call me, because he grew up in Lake Simcoe also. And we spent time talking about where, the Sybil Church is, and the Briars Country Club. And I never knew. I mean, I only started knowing about LARA just a month or so ago.
Wow.
And then she said, that's her dad. I said, whoa, we talked for years.
You didn't even know.
Yeah, not a clue.
That's terrifying. I mean, that's what I hear so many times, is also about the infiltration into people's lives without them even knowing somebody is a Scientologist, for example.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of that.
A lot of
Kind
that.
runs rampant. But even after telling them all the reasons why I could not be a Scientologist, they still kept calling me.
That's terrifying. I wonder why.
Well, because they're desperate for people.
Right. Money.
But one day somebody actually called me, and I gave my phone to my friend Cece, who's around here wearing a hat. She was a 40 years in, and then got out, and she's very well known as an SP. And when she talked to this one lady there who was calling me, and she told them who she was, I guess they finally wrote down that I'm not a good candidate for Scientology.
That's ridiculous.
They called me anymore, because I told them Cece's my friend and I will not stop being her friend. So then they started leaving me alone. Yeah.
Wow, that is, and how many years ago was that?
Well, I joined in 77 and quit in 79 when I didn't want to give up smoking pot. So,
Feel you.
yeah, and plus I met my future husband.
Really?
Yeah.
And he was not in Scientology.
No. Oh,
They
no.
would have made you guys
Right
disconnect.
off the get-go, he called it idiotology.
Idiotology.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So your love conquered all. Scientology couldn't break up the love.
Yeah, well, it was only love for a few years, but long enough. Yeah, long enough to have two beautiful children, and yeah.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with me. I really, really appreciated that. It's so wild, honestly. Everybody's story is so interesting, and just crazy that this is still standing.
And I tell you, I don't know if you can get Cece to talk. She's right there with the hat. Okay, one more. And her former husband was one of the ones that was on that list of people that Rosemary gave of where various people are in the nursing home. And he saw this from a couple blocks.
Oh, yeah.
Her ex-husband was on the list of people who are being neglected in a nursing home kind of situation. She didn't know that until she saw Rosemary.
I'm definitely going to talk to her. Yeah, wild.
I wish she would tell a lot of her stories, because they're very interesting. Have you heard of Jenny Devine?
No.
Jenny Linson?
No.
She's apparently one of the most despised people in Scientology.
Really?
And she's the one that booted CC out, gave her 15 minutes to
Let's just, can we get a quick update with
Yeah, of course. Let me get an
Thank you
update from the
so
cops. I'll be right back.
To protect these people,
Okay.
But he can handle himself, and that's what's cool. Nothing. He's permitted to hold a gun, so they have him, and it's fine, honey. We got Tommy Scobie. We got Lara FM. Nobody's gonna shut us up. We're being absolutely beautiful, loud, rock and roll.
But they said they're just gonna, because he's retired LAPD, so they said they're gonna call people and see who he was. So there's just a lot of negative press over the
So they're apparently, they know he's good, they know he's registered, they're apparently detaining him in the car currently because they want to make sure he was a past LAPD cop. It seems background checks, so that's currently what's happening right now, but he's still on the premise. Thank you for the update. I feel like I'm in this weird news that I'm like outside of it but in it. Wow, so this is pretty. I'm gonna ask.
By the way, Molly went over and
I'm your secret weapon.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Thank you so much.
Power to survivors!
Who else should I speak to here? True, there's Liz. Hi, Liz.
I just took anxiety meds.
Hi, Liz. Do you mind if I speak to you for a moment?
Absolutely.
First of all, I wanted to introduce you to everyone. What's your name? Why are you here today?
So my name's Liz. I'm also with Pokemon and Colts. I grew up behind those doors.
Wait, did you say Pokemon?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I loved Pokemon when I was younger.
I still do. I love it as an adult. I'm just telling you.
I mean, literally, I got in trouble at school for trading.
My life.
I
Raised in a lab. Hello, lab.
Hello, lab. This is totally the lab, by the way. So, were you a part of Scientology?
I'm a born in. So my
you were
parents
born in?
were already in, and I was born into it. And then after I was born in, my mom left in '89, and I came back in '97.
So you actually re-entered into Scientology?
Yes, I did. I was a real bright motherfucker.
No, you were. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, it's brainwashing.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you're a child, your brain hasn't even fully developed yet. How are you supposed to think any differently, honestly?
Exactly.
Do you think it's kind of like a grooming process that Scientology?
The whole thing is grooming. The whole thing is groomed. You're told what you can think, and if you think outside this box, then you have to no longer fit. You have no family, you have no friends, you have no future. If it doesn't fit in this little tiny box, you're the one that gets shoved out.
That's terrifying. When you left, did you experience any intimidation factors from the church?
I was put on decks for 6 weeks. So,
what is that?
So that's when you're scrubbing holes. So you see right there?
Yeah.
Right there, that building right there that's 4 stories tall. I tried to jump off that.
No, you did not.
I did. I got tortured enough to want to jump off that building.
That's how tortured you were that it actually made more sense to do that.
Dying was more sense.
I love everybody clapping.
Is your family, like, they're safe, obviously. They got out of it, or?
My dad, they told me he was dead. And it turns out, guess what? He's alive. And so...
Wait, they told you that he was dead and he's actually alive?
Yeah.
Oh no!
That's evil.
I better turn on my radio quick.
So you haven't seen him for how many years?
20 years.
You haven't seen your dad for 20 years? That is wild. Her father is alive. They told Liz that he was dead. Wow.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Wow.
Jacob.
True, yeah, Jacob.
Oh yeah.
Scientology sucks. Honestly, not one institution that this is my 31st freaking protest, and never have I ever experienced anything like this in my entire life. No one has done this type of silencing tactic to e-predators once. This type of intimidation factor, not once. It was 3 minutes into the protest. 3 minutes into the protest, and look at what we're experiencing right now. It makes everyone seem like this protest is something to be like afraid of, when really the fear should be of fucking Scientology. They've been covering up crimes for so long, and yet the cops are being pointed in this direction when... Do you want me to get Jacob?
Yeah, or we can march if you want in front of them over there by the entrance.
True.
Yeah, grab one of the bullhorns.
I can't yet. Oh, you mean the yellow thing?
Yeah.
Hey! How are you? So nice to it's been pretty crazy. The cops are trying to intimidate.
Around the building again, guys. Can you follow me this way?
Yeah, let's go. Okay, well, I'm not going to yell yet.
So far, yes. Survivors inspire power.
Can we have to ask all of them to pass through?
We back out here.
Okay, we're going to pass through here. We're going to pass through here. Ready?
Right here with the kids. No kids can't.
Okay, everybody, we're going to go march around.
Marching around.
Marching around. Power to survivors!
Power to
This doesn't work.
survivors.
Power to survivors!
Power to survivors.
Power to
Power
survivors!
to survivors.
Protect survivors, not predators!
Protect survivors, not predators.
Protect survivors, not predators!
Protect survivors, not predators.
Survivors United will never be divided!
Survivors united will never be divided.
Survivors United will never be divided!
Survivors united will never be divided.
Power to survivors!
Power to survivors.
Power to survivors!
Power to survivors.
Power to survivors!
Power to survivors.
How many NDAs?
How many NDAs? How many NDAs? NDAs are not okay. NDAs are not okay. No more cover up. You can't shut us up.
No more cover up! You can't shut us up!
No more cover up. You can't shut us up.
Protect survivors, not Scientology!
Protect survivors, not Scientology.
Protect survivors, not Scientology!
Protect survivors, not Scientology.
Protect survivors, not predators!
Protect survivors, not predators.
A cult is a predator!
A cult is a predator.
A cult is a predator!
A cult is a predator.
A cult is a predator!
A cult is a predator.
Power to survivors!
Power to survivors.
Power to survivors!
Power to survivors.
Power to survivors!
Power to survivors.
Stick it to David!
Stick it to David.
Stick it to David!
And stick it to David.
Where is Shelley?
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 Where is David?
Where is David?
Where is David?
A cult is a predator!
A cult is a predator.
A cult is a predator!
A cult is a predator.
Tom Cruise is still short! David Miscavige is too short too!
Alexa.
Mini D.
Alexa.
We're not sure.
Yes.
That's what she was calling it.
Oh, Shane, hi, I'm Alexa. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. How are you feeling? Great. You feeling good? Yeah, no, go ahead.
Hi, Serge. How are you? I'm holding you. It's good to see you. Good to see you.
And wearing a Liza Minnelli t-shirt. How comfortable can I be in my sexuality?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, and the pants.
Liza Minnelli hates Scientology. I never heard that. There you go.
It's not a Scientologist.
I'm endorsed by the nation's atheist organization that supports people who promote democracy over religious zealotry. So,
Fuck yeah. I'll do more research into it, but it
Yes.
sounds good.
I'm running for county supervisor. So
Well, hey.
Yeah, I'm the only person in history church who doesn't take money.
Oh, is that?
Oh, did you hear that?
That's who you're talking to?
He's the only one in the
Amazing.
streets that doesn't
How
take
did you hear
money
about
from
this?
Scientology. Guys, if you're watching live, that's somebody who wants to, what is it?
How
You're
are
the
you? My name's
Burbank-
Anthony. I'm running for county supervisor in Los Angeles. Yes.
And I do not, and what?
I don't take money from Scientology.
That made the crowd happy.
Candidates who approve their permits, who get cover for them in legal issues, and I just don't do that. I honestly think they should be taxed just like any normal business because they make quite a bit of money. They do make quite a bit of money.
And keep the kids out under 21.
Yeah, it is
That's
a very
right. Keep fine. Make it a business. Don't make it a religion, but keep the fucking children out. And don't let them traffic children from other countries under a religious status to get them here.
Oh, it's very inappropriate.
And by the time they're 18 and old enough, they're so brainwashed they don't even want to leave.
They use some of the very loose laws that we have in immigration in this country that actually allow people in. Whereas if you try to do it the regular way, it takes you 7 years, maybe $10,000 to be able to. But they use all of these religious ordinances.
I love that you know, and thank you for what made you show up. Did you hear about the protest?
We were just driving right by.
Good.
We were knocking doors. I'm the only candidate in this race who's knocking doors on the ground talking to voters.
Look at
so
him
that's
go.
why we're out here because we see you guys.
This is awesome.
Yes,
Thank you, man.
absolutely.
She's showing us. LARA FM. I would also link up with SETV on YouTube. There's a bunch of all of us. We have like 100 channels, and we're very much into supporting our.
A politician rolled up in here. A politician, of course, rolled up in here. You know, politicians know exactly when to come.
I told you he's good. Oh my God. He's retired LAPD. They took him. Right. They're just doing their job. These guys are losers.
So, so you want to give an update?
Oh my. Well,
Brian.
Brian, there's Brian.
The security guard that got hired is out.
Is out where?
He's free to go.
Oh, he's free to go. Yay!
Brian's free.
Free Brian.
Brian, what the?
They have the like or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Scientology. Yeah. Yes.
And I was posting up what I'm going to call on me.
No.
So that's why,
Because they have cameras everywhere.
Make us afraid of people. No.
No. Sorry, David. Sorry. That was so cute. So cute, man. You just trying to intimidate people once again.
It's just great. I love that.
With your money.
Though, I was just like, I came up and that was happening, and I was like, no,
I know you just.
We've done this.
Laura
I was
was
like, no, he'll be back on.
Yeah.
screen. I was like, if I've been to jail, he's been to jail. We'll be fine.
That is absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, but that's why we're here.
Wow. Okay, so we're back on. We're back on. Power to survivors. Power to survivors.
Leaving now because our little strength.
They're mad that protesters have a security guard
That's what I
for
said.
protection.
Yeah, and then they're like trying, but they were trying to intimidate me to take my protection away.
I'm running as a candidate for LA County Supervisor, and for me, looking at the people that are out here.
Woo! Fair game on! I love your sign. I met you at the other protest.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
again.
That was a wild beginning of a protest. Crazy. All right, well, we are. It has officially. I can't use my megaphone because they wouldn't let me use my megaphone because the church apparently is protected under specific penal codes for religion. Do you know that, Miko? I did not know that. So not only are they protected in all these other ways, but they also block protesters from happening. So, all right, Brian is free, and we.
They had to give him his gun back because it was his. They took it from him. They gave it back to him because he's permitted to carry it.
He's a secure. I mean, he's literally. That's ridiculous. To protect the protesters, and yet he was taken away.
He's gonna put the gun away. He just has his cuffs and his pepper spray. So.
Great. That's perfect.
And that's what I'm armed with too, cuffs and pepper spray.
There we go. So complete transparency here on the grounds of Scientology Celebrity Center. What an eventful way. Let's continue the protest, I guess.
Yep.
Woo!
Power to survivors! Power to survivors!
you want to talk to her?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not yet.
Amanda?
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch behind. Yeah, now you can carry one. Oh, yeah, do you want to have one? Pick one. Go ahead. Yeah, David Miscavige. Get it. Get David Miscavige. Woo! Power to survivors! Woo! I should have had a sign of pause. This was a creep. I'm still a little bit like, ah! They try to intimidate me, but no. No, 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 no. All right. So, should I start in chant? Should I start in chant?
What is this?
All right.
For just a second.
Yeah, of course.
I was just watching this morning.
Yes. No, you were not watching
I
it
was
this
just
morning.
watching this
That's
morning. And
Brandon
I'm like, I
Quinn.
know you.
He's somebody who needs to be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah. Hi, I'm Alexa. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Constantine Anthony, Mayor Burbank.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Well, we're alive too. Where it's like a lot of lives going on, so you're gonna be on camera a lot. Every time I turn, it's like another camera. Honestly.
I'm running for county supervisor. LA
Amazing.
County supervisor.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Is this your?
Yeah, this is Check me out. I'd love to come on your show and talk
I would
about
love
the race.
that.
I don't take any corporate donations. I don't take any money from fucking Scientology. That's
Thank God. We don't want any politicians taking any money from Scientology
but a
because we
lot of
see.
them do.
I know,
A
and we
lot
see
of
what
them
they do with it too.
Oh, yes.
I mean, we just saw it right now. That was all them.
Oh yeah.
To intimidate the protesters, which is
Right.
what they do time and time again.
And they arrested some guy, right? Did you
No,
know?
no, he wasn't even. He's actually a registered security guard.
Oh my
And they
gosh.
try to detain him to make me intimidated, and then of course he's registered, so he's free now.
Yeah.
So they just try to
silly.
do that for the first hour to like make a scene.
Of course. Make it look, assert their authority.
Yeah,
I know how it
they're
is.
looking at the optics of
Right.
things, and sadly they did not win that one. That
Well,
was,
thanks for being out here.
Thank you. Yeah,
I've
this
been
is
watching
very
your
important.
Stuff. It's been really great. So,
Thank you so much.
Yeah, the advocacy, all the stuff that's going on with Danny Masterson. What a fucking mess.
Yeah, no, Danny Master, and they were covering up
Of
for
course they were.
yeah
'Cause it makes them
NDAs,
look bad.
of course,
Right?
and they're bad themselves, so they're like anything that makes us look worse.
Yeah.
We got to cover
Yeah.
it up.
Versus, we messed up. Here's how we're gonna change. No, none of that. None of that.
No, they're like, actually, let's do NDAs, forced arbitration, silence the victims, silence the enablers.
Right.
It's the same story. Even in the entertainment industry, it's the same thing.
Oh yeah, this is all back from Harvey
Correct.
Weinstein and before. Oh yeah,
Correct.
all of it.
And since like the 20s of Hollywood, I mean, it's just the same tactics over
Yeah.
and over.
Yeah.
and
So I'm a
over
SAG
again.
after member. You were.
Oh,
on
you
Zone
are?
101,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
That's
you know,
amazing.
you know.
Where, did you get out there on the picket line yet? or
I've
no?
been out there and I was on there day one. I'll be there on the
I
last
was
day,
I was in I literally gave birth right when it began.
Oh,
I have a 2-month-old.
congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, let
So
me
it
know
was
if you ever come up to Disney
Yes.
or Warner Brothers. Those are both in Burbank. I'm
Yes.
there all the time.
Oh my God, amazing! I will definitely let you know.
Yeah.
And this is all your info right
Yeah,
here.
go to my
is
website.
This your son?
That's my son. Yeah.
Oh, he's so cute.
Speaking of, I gotta get back to him.
Yeah,
All right.
no worries. No, thank you for handing this
Thank
out.
you
It
for
was
being
so
on here.
nice
How
meeting
funny.
you.
This is
That's so
great.
weird. That was weird that he was
Yeah.
watching it. That's so random. Oh, okay.
I'm happy to see you here. Yeah.
Conservatorships. Gotta go.
It went well.
The
We did the
conservator-
fundraiser. Yeah, where's
Did the fundraiser go well?
We're gonna keep going with it.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
You
Well,
should.
come on, you should,
Here,
I
let me give this to you.
I want to do it with you.
Yes.
That's what they did just to do that.
Woo.
Did
So
I
what?
How many events of these have you had?
I think this is my 31st protest day. I started in July of 2022, and it used to be every single Thursday, and then I was like, okay, that's not really sustainable, and I'm a mom. So then we started to do it once a month, and actually no, every other Thursday, and then it got to once a month, once I got pregnant again for the second time. So I have a newborn.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. My newborn is 2 and actually almost 3 months. Yeah, thank you. I mean, I'm now here for them. This is me trying to make a difference so that their lives don't have to ever have the traumas that my life had to have. And so I do this for them. To be honest.
What message do you want people to
I would want people to stay focused on the predators, the alleged predators,
but also to start taking notice to the institutions that have been covering up for these predators. And I like to say that the entertainment industry and also cult religious institutions, they're like the Catholic Church on steroids. And they like to make up this whole thing that is just a few bad apples because they want to constantly scapegoat what's actually happening. And what's actually happening is them covering up. The first time does get reported most likely. Maybe not to authorities, but it gets told to somebody within the institution, like HR or an employer or an employee. And then they just bury it. They bury it, and not only do they bury it, they make them sign NDAs. NDAs that silence the victim so that nobody knows what's actually happening. And I know a lot of survivors that even after signing the NDA, they get fired anyways, and their predator gets promoted. Their predator gets promoted. And just like the Catholic Church, they would like move them to different states. That's what the industry does. They'll get fired from Warner Music Group and then put them at 300 Management that's owned by Warner. So it looks like they got rid of them, but really they're just moving these predators around and actually creating more and more potential victims and are being complicit and perpetuating the abuse, to be quite honest with you. And so as a survivor, that's why I like to say I'm a survivor of the predators I sadly had to encounter and endure, but also of the institutions of the industries that covered up for my predators and gave them more power to abuse me.
What are your thoughts on what we're hearing about Danny Mathers being kicked out of the church?
I think that's because it was a day before our protest, to be quite honest with you. And they're very strategic, they understand optics. And you know, I see it time and time again. After my second protest at Warner Music Group, they let go of the CEO, you know? And they put a new CEO in his place, but still did not admit that they were covering up for that CEO. So they'll be like, oh shit, like I gotta let go of him because now he's making us look bad because it's now in the open. But they won't admit to the fact that they were covering it up for a long time and allowing that predator to get access to more and more victims. And that's the problem. It's like, that's why I compare them to the Catholic Church, because they're like, oh, it's just a bad apple. It's like, no. It was an apple you were covering up for. It was an apple that you were giving cover for and enabling their abuse.
Jeffery,
and that's where I think the Me Too movement, I hope, starts to move into, is going after these institutions and holding them accountable for covering up crimes. I mean, these are crimes, you know, sexual abuse, etc. These are crimes. These are actual crimes, and they're covering them up. They're giving more access to victims, and because of the financial reward, these predators never, ever think that anything's going to happen to them, so they keep doing it. When you give financial reward to somebody, they don't understand that there's an end to them. They think that they're going to keep getting rewarded, and that's why I don't like to have conversations about cancel culture, because cancel culture has just become a hashtag, and no one even understands what the hell it is, to be quite honest with you. What I like to say is, we need to stop financially rewarding abusers. Because the minute we stop financially rewarding them, then they are not going to feel that they can get away with anything. They're not going to feel that they are above the law. But if they're constantly being financially rewarded and they get institutions that are allegedly in bed with the LAPD, for example, a lot of survivors that I know, their police reports go missing. Their police reports just fucking disappear. And that's not a coincidence. And that's what survivors deal with all the time when they go up against power. When the predator is powerful, or if the predator has a powerful institution that is covering up for them. And so we need to put an end to it, first by not financially rewarding them, and that's what I want it to get. I want that to become more of the understanding of cancel culture, because you can't cancel existence, sadly. You can't cancel existence, but you can stop financially rewarding abuse. And that's where I'm at. 100%. And it's so hard to get them to be held accountable because all of their power, money, etc. gets them through the cracks.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you say to members of high-standing members, you know, celebrities that are members of Scientology that don't speak up?
Sorry, say that question one more time.
Like people that are part of organizations like this, they don't speak up.
That's because, though, they're scared to. And these institutions show through example what happens when you do. You either get forced into an NDA that silences you and takes away your voice, and even after you sign the NDA, you have you might get fired, and a lot of them actually end up getting fired after they signed the NDA. Then they see their predator get promoted, and nothing happens to the predator. And so everybody around them, all of the bystanders, get to see the culture that we live in. And the culture that we live in is protecting predators and not survivors. And so how are the enablers going to feel protected for speaking up? They're not. They're going to know that they aren't protected.
Did anyone jump on your bandwagon when you came forward about what was happening at Nickelodeon?
Yeah, well, I came forward after Jeanette McCurdy's book. I came forward before that about the creepy behavior, but then she had her book, and that kind of opened the floodgates. Jeanette McCurdy, her book was really put the spotlight on that, to be quite honest with you. And so, yeah, a lot of people talk to one another about these things, and some of them are bound up in NDAs. Nickelodeon even tried to give Jeanette McCurdy an NDA, and this is what we see time and time again. I know NDAs where the actual corporation is on the NDA, so not only is the survivor not allowed to talk, or the predator, but also the institution is protected as well, and that's on the NDAs. I don't want to say, because I don't want to, but actual record labels, et cetera, are on these NDAs. And I know survivors that aren't even allowed to talk to a therapist about it. So not only are they not able to tell anyone, they're also not allowed to get healing. They're not allowed to get healing. They take that away from them as well. These are monsters. Yes.
Last question.
Yeah.
Danny Masterson is going to be locked away forever.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
However, can he do anything to help? He's not part of Scientology has shut the door on him.
That's why I like to just stop it there, because it's not about just Danny Masterson. It's about the institution that is covering up. And if they are covering up for Danny, they're covering up for a lot more crimes that we are not aware of. And you better believe it. So another Danny can slide on in.
It's not just that we're Danny Masterson.
Correct.
Because he's famous. There's probably other people.
Oh, 100%.
That are doing the same thing.
100%. And future ones too. And they're just going to learn. Scientology's going to learn about their mistakes that they did with Danny. They didn't cover it up enough, and they're going to get even better at it. And that's why we need to take this down. Thank you. Yeah, no problem.
Power to survivors!
Yeah.
Can I just get your phone number?
Power to survivors!
486-9778.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Have you been
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, hi!
No more cover up! You can't shut us up! No more cover up! You can't shut us up!
Serge, or who's this woman here?
I know. I need a breath first. I've been
Sorry, man. Where are you? Oh, there you go.
I was like, I'm right here, by the way. Hi. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Woo, what a day.
They must be doing this on purpose, right? The trees right now, all this debris.
Oh, yeah, I know. And they set it up to have the noise, and then someone went over and
These people are. Think they can do anything. Wow.
Thank you for so look at all this debris that's falling down. This is just another Scientology tactic to just make us feel like what? Ants? But really we are Goliath, David. We are Goliath, David. We are Goliath, David.
So Karen worked on the ship with
those 9 cop cars that came for whatever, are right over there. Look at this debris. Thanks, Scientology. You're really a class act. Real religious. Altruistic. But the cop cars are over there right now by the Gelson's supermarket. The cops are saying bye. Who are they working for? Because I would like to say to the LAPD, you are supposed to protect and serve the people. You are supposed to protect and serve the protesters and protect our First Amendment rights. But yet I am feeling as a citizen that you are more concerned with protecting Scientology. And that's not how it's supposed to go. That's not how it's legally even supposed to be. We should feel the most protected by the LAPD, and I don't right now. I don't. I really don't. I feel that Scientology is more protected than my First Amendment right. My First Amendment right. And I hope the world is seeing this right now. 31 protests! 31 protests, never a cop. Really, never. And right at Scientology, like 9 cop cars to intimidate everyone. And also they're thinking about optics, because if people see cop cars around us, they're going to think it's a violent protest, or they're going to think something's going down, so like maybe I'm not going to show up. So people that were driving looking for parking might have been intimidated from coming. And so they understand optics, they know what they're doing. And you know what? It's still TikTok for David. It's still TikTok for Scientology. Yeah. Who? Go up to her? She's doing an interview with Daily Mail right now, so I don't want to intervene. That's Daily Mail.
Okay. 100 buildings in LA. So like,
Yeah. Hi, I wanted to introduce myself. My name's Alexa. I organized the protest today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Aren't you pleased with the turnout?
Yes, it's amazing turnouts. I wanted to ask you a few questions. Do you mind? Okay, yeah. Can you introduce yourself? What is your name?
My name is Karen de la Carriere, and I was in this cult for 40 years.
40 years?
40 years. I'm old.
No, you look great.
I trained with Hubbard on the flagship Apollo.
Wow.
Under Hubbard. And I was married to the international president, Hiva Jench, for many years. And we had a son, and at 27-year-old, he was dead because the cult cut him off from his mom and dad. So I lost my only child at 27, 10 years ago, and I've been a huge voice ever since.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. As a mom, like I'm a mother of 2. I can't even imagine that. Did you experience any intimidation after trying to leave?
The fair game. I live down the road.
Absolutely.
So yes, lots of intimidation.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow. Oh yeah, go ahead, take a photo. That's horrible. Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry. I mean, this is disturbing. Yeah, they put debris all over me because David thinks that that's going to intimidate me, but no, I'm a mom. Should I want me to keep interviewing? I want to be a part of the protest. Oh my God, that's Serge. Get there. I didn't even see her on you. Oh my God, that was so wild. It's like skiing. He's in camouflage. Skiing in Los Angeles right now. We are skiing. We're hitting the slopes of David Miscavige. We're hitting the slopes of David Miscavige. God, that was like, were you here when it happened?
Well, no, I just saw all of the police here.
It was crazy. Like 2 minutes into us stepping, they tried to make me intimidated that they were taking my security away. So it was an intimidation tactic, and it's like, no, this is like an actual professional hired security. Like, this is not some random shady person. This is hired security, and public figures have security all the time. I mean,
isn't it interesting that now we can really literally go through the manipulation and see it in plain sight? We're not intimidated.
No, not at all.
You can play these games. You can do this. You can do that. But it's like we're doing this in good faith.
Yes, doing this, and we're a peaceful protest.
We're just here to make a point, something I've never been able to say. I mean, this is the first time I ever protest.
It's the first time Serge has ever protested. Are you serious?
I've never had a sign. I've never made a sign.
Wait, kids can't consent. No more kids in Scientology. I love this. This is like really kind of also the main thing here is because they are, as we like to say, any predators brooming, because we can't say certain words on YouTube, but brooming children into this cult. And so even when they leave it as adults, they end up, some of them coming back because of how badly they've been manipulated and brainwashed into the cult. I mean, it makes it impossible for them to be able to leave. Impossible. I mean, I think there's a saying for lobbyists that if you get a customer early, you have them for life. And that's what
been the business model.
Yes, that's the
been
business.
Literally a business model. Like Kendra, did you meet Kendra?
No, I haven't met Kendra.
She also was born and raised here. In there? Yes. Like across over there, it's the place where they were birthing them, but it was all to be here.
No way. No way.
First time protesting as well.
That's wild. This is like, it makes me so happy. I'm like my nervous system. Hi.
Alexa, would it be possible to move the whole group out
Yes.
of the line of like all the debris just up to the
Yeah.
Can you go tell everybody?
Yeah. Everyone,
We're
let's
gonna move out of the debris.
because David Miscavige is throwing debris on us. So, yes. Oh my God, you're right. Stop. That's fucking hilarious. That is hilarious. Wait, if my mom's watching, Mom, I'm safe. I'm sure my mom was like, what the hell was going on? But I'm safe, Mom. We're safe. We're safe. We're safe. We're safe. Wow, it's interesting to know that there's so many individuals that are protesting for the first time here today, which just makes me so happy to be able to have organized this protest so that people can finally speak.
Let's go check in on the service and see how it's going.
Oh, the service?
Oh yeah, we should check
Is there
on
anyone there?
Oh, that's a new one.
Should we?
Yes. Let's go check.
Should we go check?
Yeah.
I just don't want everyone feeling like they have to keep walking around or
Well,
anything.
I mean, it's right there, down the street, like down half the block down.
Yeah, I know. And then it's around the corner.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's right there.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. You guys want to go and see how the service is doing?
Let's check it out.
Let's go check out the service. How's the service going?
There's no one sitting down.
Careful, there's a person on a wheelchair behind you. Everyone be careful, someone's crossing.
Make way.
Wow, this looks like a French, like Providence, like it looks like it's a lot of money for these celebrities. And just remember, the service is done.
No, it never happened.
Oh, the service never happened. Why, they didn't realize that we were having a protest? Or they thought that we were gonna leave after that little stunt with the LAPD? Yeah, I don't think anyone's coming to service today, you guys. I think service got canceled. Don't touch private property at all. Yeah, no,
So
just
auditing sessions in progress. Please be quiet out here.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
That's totally the
That's maybe
idea.
why they-
Is that where they do it in there?
I don't.
No one showed up to or they canceled it. Maybe they thought that we were not going to be able to continue protesting after the LAPD scare. I think they underestimate a lot of these survivors now from Scientology and survivors in general, where they think that survivors are still full of fear. And I think that's true. Survivors are still fearful. We still experience the fear of our predators, of the institutions that cover up for our predators. But at the same time, we are survivors, and that should maybe intimidate institutions like Scientology that we survived. We survived. And we're going to keep surviving, and we're going to also make sure that these predators and these institutions do not gain more and more access to more and more victims. The tree cutting is happening again. I thought I heard a megaphone.
Yeah, I did for a second.
Yeah, and also the police are over there in the Gelsons, all 9 cop cars.
No.
Yeah, someone went over to go check. They're all still over there in Gelsons watching us. Who does the LAPD work for? Who does the LAPD?
Oh my God, absolutely. The cop's trying to scare us. Oh. Yeah. I learned how to read.
It's a friend party.
Soutiens la vie. Soutiens la vie. She got the memo.
Oh, wait.
Wait, I love Anne.
Yes, I did. She came up to me and I was like, it was while the cops were going.
Chrissy, we made this one for you.
Yeah!
It says throw predators in the trash.
And you can keep that.
You may not want to be on camera, so just be aware of that. Yeah, I made that one. I understand.
Do you want to talk and then there and then there? I know. But I'm like, brave.
Yeah, no, you're empowered.
Doing great
Feel
things.
empowered, and we are a bunch of survivors. There's security right there. We're here. We're strong, and we're showing them too. We're not alone. We're not alone.
More people are coming, I think.
Yes.
So there was the huge protest downtown.
Yes.
Drive through that traffic, and there was a cop car like stopping us, doing those like figure eights.
Oh God, blocking everybody from going.
Yeah.
That's good to know, and I know that some people are going to end up coming after that protest. Like people are showing up there and then coming over here. It's like on the same day as this protest. It was so wild because I've been waiting to protest for Palestine, for a while. I mean, we're a Jewish family, but we don't want anyone dying anymore. And then I saw it was on this day. I was like, of course. I agree. But I was like, I'm committed. This is important. This is very important. And it's sad to see that so many people, it's their first protest, speaking up against Scientology. Oh, Adam, what the fuck, dude? What happened?
I did not.
Thank you for coming.
Of course.
So, Adam, this was fucking nuts. Literally, the LAPD, I'm pretty positive the LAPD, like, legit is in bed with Scientology. Like, 100%. Like, they literally try to take my security away to intimidate me from my protesting and intimidate people from coming forward. Someone's playing music. Where is Melanie? I do want to have Melanie maybe go around and ask questions to people so that I can keep momentum on.
Yeah, here.
Go up to Melanie.
Jacob.
Would you be willing to interview a few people?
Yes. You want me to do it on the mic? Okay, totally. Is there anybody in particular you want me to start with, or?
I would start going along the line.
Okay,
And
for sure.
Just anybody from, like Serge and people that are from it.
For sure. Are we still live on this? Okay, sweet. You want me to hang on to that? Okay, yeah, for sure. Totally. So I am Jacob Harkey. I am here protesting Scientology. I am a never in, but nevertheless, this is important. It is important that we're exposing what's going on. As we're walking around, let's see. So, part of the reason that I think it's important to support Scientology, or support the cause to revoke Scientology's tax-exempt status, Scientology's tax-exempt status enables them to get away with a lot of their crimes. Not only does Scientology's tax-exempt status make it so that there is no limit on how much money they can take in, but Scientology's tax-exempt status also shields them from being able to be prosecuted for many of their crimes, and believe me, there are crimes. All right, who else do we got here? A cult is a predator! A cult is a predator! Hey, Laura.
Yeah.
Would you be down to be interviewed for E-Predators?
Fine.
Hell yeah.
I'm busy, but okay.
All right. So, first off, how did you find out about E-Predators and our protests?
Basically, honestly, the truth was growing up in Scientology on the YouTube. But I think I connected way more to Eat Predators than growing up in Scientology. Like in terms of myself, because Alexis to me was like, I just kind of wanted to see her spirit and how she was in real life coming. And I have no idea, honestly, I have no idea who I still have not looked up who Alexis, like I don't know who she is from whatever famous thing she is. And I don't care, honestly, like I really don't care, but I really love that Eat Predators has such a strong passion for eating predators. And Scientology is a fucking machine predator.
It builds predators. It allows predators. It like secretly kind of says like, you know, you're bigger than this, but this habit you have as a predator, we can handle that through auditing. So it almost allows the predator to be the predator under Scientology control.
I love that. That was amazing.
Gross, right?
Could you also share, so eat predators, one of our mantras is power to survivors. Do you feel like power to survivors is a phrase that speaks to you or has any special meaning for you?
100%. I mean, for me, I'm like, I'm very, like, even my psychologically fucked up shit that was made because of Scientology, I still feel weird when we say victim or survivor. So, because they always criticize that as being like such a low thing, and like, oh, you're a victim, you have no cause, you have no like purpose to like do something good for the world, you're just at effect. So victim and survivor, like, oh, I survived that victim. So it feels weird, but it feels so good yelling it at a protest, like power to survivors, especially when there are Jane Does here from Danny Masterson's rape case and shit that are fucking here, then I feel good. Like, yes, they survived because Danny's in jail. Like, that's when we say power to survivors. That's when we say Danny's in jail, and that's a big fuck up for Scientology and the outside world.
Absolutely.
For Hollywood, for everybody. So, wake up.
It really is. Thank you. One more thing, because I know, can you share some of the atrocities or crimes you've witnessed David Miscavige committing?
David Miscavige is an abuser. He hits, slams people down, will have orders demanded on other people to break an executive, to break another person's finger, to show them a black eye, which is a policy letter in Scientology. If they're out ethics, give them a black eye at the first pinprick. So if David Miscavige instructs somebody to break somebody's finger, they absolutely will do it. Out of horror and disgust, they'll be like, I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm doing it.
Like out of fear, too, of what Miscavige will do to them.
That's a predator.
Yeah.
That's
Yep,
a predator.
exactly.
And David Miscavige was trained and built and grown up in Scientology to be the predator controller that is controlling Scientology.
Thank you so much for sharing. Anything else that you want to say to the Eat Predators YouTube? Oh, you okay?
Proud SP!
Yeah! Woo! Thank you, Lara. Thank you. Yeah, for sure. That was a great interview that we had just done, that we just did with Lara. Hey, Karen, would you be willing to be interviewed a bit for the Eat Predators YouTube? For the Eat Predators YouTube? That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, Karen. And could you share, to start us off, how did you find out about this protest?
Whoa.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, that's a loud one.
I'm on a lot of Facebook groups.
Oh, yes.
And I run a YouTube channel that has 13 million views in 10 years.
That's awesome.
So
Can you share what that's called?
Surviving Scientology.
Surviving Scientology. It's a great channel. Check it out. Thank you
1 million views a year.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And do you want to share why you are protesting Scientology?
I was in 40 years. 40 years brain. And they killed my son. They killed my son at 27 years old because he had walking pneumonia. And the coroner said a $20 antibiotic could have saved his life. But he was forced to be cut off from me. And his father was in a prison at Int Base. It was called SP Hole at Int Base. So he had no dad, no mom. He was orphaned, and he took opioids to handle his pain in his lung. And at 27-year-old, he was dead. So it's like a Shakespearean gruesome story. The cult I saved for 40 years killed my one and only child by their toxic policy of disconnection.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Thank you so much for sharing your story, though. Eat Predators, one of our mantras is power to survivors. Do you think that power to survivors, is that a phrase that speaks to you or that you think has any special significance?
Yes, very much so. You not only survive, you thrive. Survivors become thrivers.
That's awesome. Now, one last question, because I know that you worked with both L. Ron Hubbard and David Miscavige. Are there any particular crimes or atrocities that you witnessed them committing directly that you think should be on the record or that you'd like to discuss?
Well, Hubbard would toss people, auditors that made a little minor error. He would order them to be thrown into the ocean 4 stories down. And there was feces and discharge in the ocean. And these people were hurled over the ship. Now, that did not happen in my time on the ship, but the stories abound. And there are even pictures of people on the web being hurled over the Apollo. So Hubbard set the tone for extreme punishment. But Miscavige took it to a whole different level. Miscavige is a thug, a complete, like a gangster.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Is there anything else that you would like to share with the Eat Predators YouTube channel?
Anything else? Say
Is
again?
anything else that you would like to share while you're on the camera for Eat Predators?
If you step into a Scientology org to check it out, beware. You never know the dark side of this cult. The fluff and froth that they promote is propaganda. They have a dark, dark, evil side. This is a criminal organization masking religiosity.
And actually, just one last question that I would like to ask, since you did mention this is a criminal organization, what kind of justice would you like to see, or what's something that you would like to see happen to Scientology?
Look, they can believe anything they want to believe. If they want to believe the moon is made of green cheese, go for it. But they can't do what they do. They cannot act the way they act. It's called the law, and no one is above it. They do illegal things every day. Right now, as we talk, there are people locked up in Big Blue. When you ask to leave, you're imprisoned, and you're interrogated with security checks. You can't do that. That's holding someone hostage. And this is just, they get away with it under religious discipline. Kidnapping.
Exactly.
Yeah. I myself was held and kidnapped for 6 months when I was at the INT base.
At the INT base?
Yeah, at the INT.
Wow,
I was there.
very good. That's the international base. That's in Riverside County. You were held there for 6 months?
6 months, prisoner. Not allowed to leave. They took away my car keys. It was hell, I tell you. It was rough. But here I am. I'm living another day, and I'm speaking out. I'm a poster child for Survivor, your slogan. Awesome. I lived through it all.
Totally.
You know, I'm an old woman now, but my God, I can speak. I have a voice.
Absolutely. And we're so glad that you're here to use that voice. And we thank you very much for talking to us and for being here to support survivors and be a survivor. You are here. Thank you so much. Oh, no, of course not. Of course not. Thanks so much, Karen. In the hat right here? Yeah, it's Jeffery. So that was it, yeah. That was a great interview we just had with Karen. We're going to continue.
Well, he came over to my house one time. And
how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Would you be willing to be interviewed for the Eat Predators YouTube channel?
Sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm Jacob. It's nice to see you again. We're at the Denny Masterson trial.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Jeffrey?
Good, how are you?
Doing well. So first thing that I'd like to know, how did you find out about the Eat Predators protest today?
I was on the internet. You know about the internet?
Oh, of course.
It's this thing. I
I've
don't
heard
know
of
how.
it.
It's like turning on the television. Anyway, no, I went to Twitter, and I checked. I saw it on my Twitter feed. So I put it on my blog, the Scientology Money Project, to promote it. And now I'm here.
That's awesome. And be sure to check out the Scientology Money Project. It's a great resource for exposing Scientology's crimes. Next question. So why are you here protesting Scientology, or what moves you to speak out against Scientology?
Well,
yeah, thanks.
Scientology critic since 2005. So I've been I'm old guard. pre-anonymous, and they're an evil, destructive, soul-killing cult, and I want the IRS to revoke their 501c3.
That's awesome. That's actually what the sign we've got right here says, revoke Scientology's tax-exempt status. It's definitely important. I'm right with you there.
You know, my wife lost her son at age 27.
That's right. She was just sharing that.
Alexander Jensch. So I created my blog 10 years ago to help educate the public on what Scientology really is, cover its money, crime, lies, and legal matters. And that's what I do on my blog. That's why we covered the MASTERSON case, and I've been following it for years.
Yeah, that's really important.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
One of the mantras of Eat Predators is power to survivors. Do you feel like that's a phrase that speaks to you or has any special significance that you'd want to discuss?
Absolutely. My wife, survived 40 years in the church, and she was Sea Org for 20 of those years, and she trained under L. Ron Hubbard. So, given the brutality they put her through, including when her son died, they wouldn't let him kiss him goodbye. Power to survivors. Awesome. And when survivors find their own power, they speak out. Mm-hmm. And when they speak out, other people who are in the shadows can come forward. So when a survivor speaks out, it gives them courage. It gives others courage. It gives them a voice. YouTube is fantastic because people who are voiceless can now have a voice.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for sharing. One thing I'd like to ask you about, because I know you're very knowledgeable about their financial crimes and contracts, could you tell us about some of the evil contracts that all Scientologists have to sign?
Well, basically, when you go into Scientology, you have to sign 4 contracts, and they strip you of your civil and legal rights. So the power dynamic shifts to where you agree to go into arbitration, you agree not to sue, and basically, the unbalanced power equation is to strip you of all your legal rights. So while Scientology talks about self-determinism, it's really about taking away all your power, all your self-determinism at the very outset. So they shift the power balance utterly in their favor. So it's kind of a cynical, self-serving thing. And then they begin to control your thoughts, what you may or may not read, who you may or may not talk to, what you should do with your time, and money. So what their message of freedom is bullshit. It's actually slavery, mind control, coercive tactics, psychoterrorism if you leave. So as a system, I just wanted to methodically... This is great.
Yeah, really.
It's kind of like going back to the anonymous protests.
Oh, yeah. Were you at the anonymous protests back in the day?
Yeah, all of them. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, all
yes,
of them.
I love it.
I wrote on Xenu.net, in my view, the goal should be to systematically dismantle the Church of Scientology in its present form. And Anonymous used that in their video.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was a compliment.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what kind of justice would you hope to see from all these survivors standing together? What kind of justice would you like to see taken against Scientology?
Well, just stripped of their tax exemption. Mm-hmm. Once they're stripped of that, they don't have First Amendment religious protections, and a lot of so they can't cover up rapes, child molestation. They can't.
Get noisy.
Yeah, it is. But that's the great thing about a protest, speaking out. So, anyway.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Jeffrey.
On YouTube sometime.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Did he name his blog and everything?
Yes, Scientology Money Project. To check out Jeffrey Augustine, check out the Scientology Money Project at scientologymoneyproject.com. And do we want to talk to Liz? Hello.
Hi.
Would you be interested in being interviewed for the Eat Predators YouTube?
Sure.
All right, right on. Your name is Liz, is that right?
I am Liz.
Right on, right on. Welcome. And first question, you're captain today, is that right? Is that your?
I was told that I am the. We're not going to use that word.
Oh, okay.
We'll just use
Gotcha.
the word like person that you can talk to in regards to the people.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for being the person that we can talk to with regard to the people in there. I appreciate it.
General as possible without using captain or any stripe.
I get it. How did you find out about this protest?
I received information from a friend, and I worked there.
You worked there. Well.
I did. I was behind those walls.
So you're a survivor yourself. Thank you for sharing.
Yes, I'm a born-in.
Born in. Right on. Next question. Power to survivors is kind of a mantra of Eat Predators. Do you feel like that's a phrase that speaks to you or that you have any special connection to?
Absolutely, because realistically, the only way that we can get through this is together. The only way that we can get past it is together. So the idea that we wouldn't be united, we're stronger in numbers.
We're stronger in numbers, that's right. What kind of justice would you like to see happen, or what kind of outcomes would you like to see after a protest like this?
Well, first I'd like to see my dad.
That's right.
Finding out that he's alive, I would love to see my dad.
Do you want to share any of that story with YouTube watchers who may not know any of it?
I do have it as
Oh,
well.
right on. I
But
love
yes.
A lot of noise today.
A lot of noise, that's right. So what I would love, babe, can you come hold this? So what I would love is honestly for the doors to be closed, or for them to pay their taxes so that they can stop wasting their money on private investigators, on hounding people, on treating people like we're animals, because we're not a herd. Realistically, I would love for if they want to be a church, we'll just call them a church. If they want to be a church, that's fine, but do it with open honesty.
And let people leave. Freedom.
Yeah, if people want to leave, let them go. Don't torture them for 6 weeks. Don't tell them that you're going to be declared suppressive. You're going to lose your friends and your family. No.
And tell their family members that
They're
not
dead.
alive. That's horrible. That's honestly one of the craziest stories that I've heard about anybody who was in Scientology, and that's saying something.
See, here's the point. The reason they did that to me is because I, as a homosexual, je suis es homosexual. I am the gay, the big gay, big old gay target. And guess what? Unfortunately, I came out to my dad, and so they made him disconnect and told me he was dead.
I'm so sorry to hear that. That's such a
20 years.
Such
Robert
a tragedy.
Ferris. Your family misses you. I know Osa is going to make everybody watch this.
Oh, yeah.
Be realistic, Osa. If you just get a message to my dad, tell him that I love him, and no matter what, I still love him, and we're still here on the outside. His family loves him.
Thank you so much. And that really means a lot, that unconditional love, that in spite of everything, you still want to see your dad. Because that unconditional love just doesn't exist in Scientology. So.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Is there anything else that you would like to share with the Eat Predators?
Save Bob Ferris.
Hashtag Save Bob Ferris.
That's right.
That's important.
Remember, here's my biggest thing when it comes to everybody. No matter if you're inside or you're outside, we're all human. So please remember that they're just a little twisted and they just need to wake up, but they are human. And so...
That's right.
There you go.
There's volunteers willing and able to help you leave if that's what you want to do. We can assure you.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much.
Absolutely. It was nice meeting you. I'm sure I'll see you again tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks so much. All right. That was a great interview. We were talking to Liz Ferris. Liz Ferris's father, Bob Ferris. She was told 15 years ago that he was dead, but now she has found out recently he's actually still alive. Got lots of noise, lots of people out.
Yeah, how was it?
That was awesome. You got some good ones in.
Jacob! Go Jacob! Go Jacob! Go Jacob! Eat Scientology.
Oh, it's the Scientology project. And the husband went, boom.
Yeah. Like, oh, for sure I'm honking about that. For sure I'm honking about that.
Hey! Power to survivors! 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 Protect survivors, not Scientology!
La Poubelle. Oh, where is the camera, actually? Oh, okay. I do want to say. Oh, amazing. Okay, so he can hear me. No more child disconnection.
Should be a business over the age of 21.
There's our camera over there.
La Poubelle, ¿tú quieres un avión? ¡Pita, pita, por
For Scientology?
Yes. She wrote a letter. The owner of La Poubelle, also a lot of, Danny had his own table there. Yeah, Danny Masterson. And she wrote a letter in defense of Danny Masterson when he was convicted for La Poubelle.
It's fucked up.
So fucked up. And that's why you see her sign. It says, throw predators in the trash. So La Poubelle means trash.
In French, right?
So her sign says, throw predators in the trash.
Well, I wanted to tell you that I brought you a little something from Hawaii.
Thank you so much. How was life?
I've never been.
Just sweet as pea. Thank you.
I'll give it to you after the
Oh my God, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. That's so kind. My daughter's probably going to be taking it from me. Whenever she sees anything like that, I lose it.
It's a little keychain. But
Oh my God, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. Go, Laura! I love Laura. She's so... I know. It's a workout protest. Everyone's like, oh, how did you lose all the weight from the baby? I'm like, who's protesting? That's how it happens.
La Poubelle, soutien en avion.
What?
Power to survivors! Power to survivors! Power to survivors! Power to survivors! Protect survivors! Not Scientology! Not Scientology! Not Scientology! Yes! But it's secure when you're
Are you excited for Tuesday?
Stoked about Tuesday. I cannot wait to get it in the mail.
Yeah.
I can't believe she's sending it to me. That was so
I was
sweet.
coming home from work when I saw your post. I was like, oh my
I
God.
know! I was crying. Because she's apologized so many times. I think you don't even need to apologize anymore.
My best friend follows you, and she was like, did you see that? I was like, yeah, I did see it. I was like, that's amazing.
Don't break people and call it out to me. Just be gay and be sweet.
I would love that. Go, Laura, go!
Proud SP! Proud SP! Proud SP! Proud SP! Proud SP! Proud SP! Proud SP!
Proud SPs! We are a bunch of proud SPs!
Woo! Beep, 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 beep! Fuck Scientology! Fuck you!
It's on them.
Fuck Scientology!
Fuck Scientology! Fuck Scientology! Fuck Scientology!
We can say that, right?
Oh,
But you do. It's like I can say I want a fag. It means a cigarette. But I'm just kidding. Everybody. I am one.
That was amazing.
Giant one.
They break up families. My parents are in there. They're in the George.
So, if we listen to Laura, they're definitely reading, but there's a lot of privilege here in Los Angeles today. Hello! Fuck Scientology!
Don't make me give my tongue clap.
Where are you going, little red Audi? Little suppressive. Little SP. Woo! Those guys are so confused. They haven't thought a thought in 100 years. Those men haven't thought one thought in 100 years. I'm not going to lose my job. I'm actually on my way to Scientology. I'm about to trim more hedges to make you silent.
That old guy hates me so much.
Yeah, look.
Hey, La Poubelle! La Poubelle! The trash!
Take out La Poubelle! Take out the trash! Woo! If my daughter's watching, hi! No, but mommy's protesting again.
I said, whoa, no, I'm the fucking not. I don't have a gun on me. Why am I going? He said, fuck you, you should be with him. I said, no, I'm going to get Alexa. And
This was the employee?
The guy in there, he said that.
The guy who followed us out from our car. They followed us out.
Wow.
And so I went from my gun exposed. When you guys pulled up, I was holstering up because you have to take your belt off. So I was holstering up. So he's like, you got a gun? And so I did that. And then 30 seconds later, when LAPD pro me out. And then.
Have you been in cuffs before? No. It's the first time you've been
Well, in the academy that you practice handcuffing.
Right.
Other than that, nothing.
What did it feel like to be on the other end of that situation?
Yeah, they hit the fuck out of his wrist.
And I called him out and I said, you guys know I'm LAPD. I said, you guys know I was LAPD. Why would you do that to my wrist? How dare you? I said, I have more time on than any of you guys have. Show some respect.
Wait, tell the people what were you doing here today?
What are we doing here today?
Like what were you hired here today?
I'm hired as armed security, which is what I was doing until some Scientologists peeking out the window decided to follow the four of us. And I started asking, hey, is that a gun? So I covered it up. So he banged in a police call, and within 30 seconds, I'm getting proned out. Told them I'm retired LAPD. They still cuffed the hell out of me. And after about 30 minutes, they said, you're being detained at this moment. After they said everything looks good, threw me in the back of the police car, and it was back there for about 45 minutes. Sweating with my hands behind my back. They all knew I was at LAPD.
And had a permit.
And they had my permit in their hands. They had my security card, everything. And
do you know what the report was initially?
Man with a gun.
And is that unprecedented for that kind of response time? Like,
you know, there are things I didn't like they did, but they were doing their job. Because if I was still working LAPD and I got a call with the man with the gun without too many specifics on the call, on the details, I'd probably act the same way. What kills people? Hands. No guns ever killed anybody, like I explained to you in the past. What kills people are people's hands. So they removed my firearms, so yeah, man, I got one of those things in my eyes.
I know that, and they're cutting trees while you're.
It's on purpose. So they were doing their job. I didn't like the way they were manhandling me, knowing that I was a brother in blue at one
And
point.
did nothing wrong. Didn't break a single law.
I'm here to protect you guys and all these people. You're our main clients.
You're our clients.
I'm allowed to carry a firearm for protection. If someone comes after you with a knife or something, I want to be armed. That's what I did. I did nothing but do my job. So about an hour and a half later, they finally let me go because they knew they had nothing. So
2 minutes into the shift. 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes. And you and Alexa are my friends. So, I mean, I work 12-hour gigs. This is 3 hours. I'll be here for you because you guys are good people. So that's why I'm here today.
Thank you for sharing. I'm sorry your wrist
That's
got
fine. It is what
barked.
it is.
And you're cuffed for the first time in
since the police academy in 2000, so it's been a long time.
Yeah,
But
no, you dropped down like it was.
I said, I know what I'm doing. I'm retired LAPD. And I crossed my legs, interlocked my fingers. I did what was.
So sorry to interrupt. Protest mom has protein.
I love fruit.
So kind. That's so good. I'm okay. Thank
Kind
you so
like
much.
right around this time of the protest,
Yeah.
you need a little.
And he's in recovery mode right now.
Some more?
Very purple.
Well, thank you for
All right.
being here for us. We're sorry that you.
Yeah, don't worry. It comes with the job. Shouldn't come to that, but it is what it is. Next year goes.
Well, you handled it very professionally and bravely. So.
Thank you. I wanted to make sure I was still out here for you guys and just kiss their ass if that's what they wanted. All right, Nico.
Appreciate you, Brian. Yeah.
Well, not stop disconnection, not a belly scratcher. Stop survivors! Stop survivors!
There you go.
Survivors, not predators!
I'm so glad you made it. Hello, reporting back. La Poubelle is still shit. Oh, Jen's a survivor as well. Woo, woo, woo. No. Me too. Me too, me too. So how was the... Brian gave us the full story. Woo! Oh my God. He's amazing. So Brian gave us the full story. How is everyone? We have one more hour. We made it. Scientology tried one little stunt there. But other than that, we have prevailed. This protest has prevailed. Even with trying to shut it down, it prevailed. And cut the trees, and make a bunch of sounds. That was wild. My nervous system is still like... This is so powerful, though. How is everyone doing in the comment section?
LAPD paid off by Scientology.
What does it say? Oh yeah, read it to me. What are people saying? Someone was upset. Lara got the fire. Lara's got the sparks. Lara's got the sparks. How was everyone while they were watching what was going down? Did anyone go typical Scientology behavior, or were people shocked? I wasn't. I was shocked, but I was like, oh, this is how they're doing it. Interesting. I didn't even think of that. Didn't even think of that. Take away the security. Oh, cute doggy. Cute doggy.
Was Chrissy open to being interviewed?
Some girls just dropped off like a bunch of water and drinks. Yeah.
Scientology, you trying to poison us?
Look at the snack corner.
Oh my God! Look at all the snacks! This is so sweet! Oh, I know. That's so kind. Whoa, that's a lot of water, too.
There's even, and you got, anyone need something?
Yeah, sunblock. Yeah, everyone needs sunblock.
Pass them around. I don't know who she was.
I'm pretty sure I can use my megaphone across.
Miranda?
He said it's not in front of the church.
How are you, Jeffery, Augustine?
Alexa.
Yeah, I put your up on my blog.
Let's do this. Oh, yes, you want a chance?
Are you interviewing?
I was just meeting.
Oh my God! Oh, sorry. Wait. Have you never met?
No.
So, okay, this is Jeffrey Augustine. Jeffrey Augustine, especially to the second generation born, raised in children.
Yes, yes.
Him and Karen are people that we definitely know that we can go to ask legal questions. Also, just internal advice. There's a lot of things. Yes. There's a lot of things that the outside world doesn't know about the internal structure and manipulation and
Mindfuckery.
Mindfuckery.
Definitely
And
mindfuckery.
He knows about it, and he's a lawyer, and he's also a personal,
No,
sorry, not lawyer,
I'm
a personal investigator,
Private
a PI.
investigator.
Oh, private PI.
Yeah, my blog, ScientologyMoneyProject.com. That's
Yep.
me.
Oh my
That's
God,
why I wanted you guys to
amazing.
meet, because
That's
he
amazing.
is somebody
Yeah.
who's legally. And so when I saw him and Karen walking, I was just like,
Yeah.
I don't
It
care
is
if
what
our
it is.
friend is getting handcuffed. He will be out in a minute.
I love
That's
it.
Scientology being a little bitch.
Here's my car key bit.
Oh, yes, thank you so
We'll
much.
have to do a podcast.
It's so nice meeting you, and that website's incredible,
I'm a
actually.
local Hollywood cult PI.
Oh, you are?
No, I am a real PI. Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm always looking for one, to be honest with you. So, yes, I will. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Should I chant? I think she wants me to chant. What do you want?
What you guys have done is amazing. We were watching the live. I was going to have to miss it because it cost a client. I got him. I told him I'd get him.
What's up? Are you supporters? Are you supporters of
Social organization.
Yeah. Hey, don't go to La Poubelle. La Poubelle supports
I'm definitely going to be going over. I'm definitely going over there. I definitely want to. I want to hit up La Poubelle. Do you want to across the street with me? I would like to explain what La Poubelle did. I'm going to go across the street to La Poubelle, and I'm going to do a little talk to my live. Okay?
As for the Danny Masterson special,
yes,
it takes 30 years to serve, but you know.
Right, of course.
Yeah,
of course. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going across the street to La Poubelle. So I want to take everyone. Oh God, this debris is getting in my eye. They're so disturbing, and they're. Oh, I need the La Poubelle sign.
Oh yeah, go grab it.
Okay. Do you mind if I swap with you? Yes. I'm gonna go show them this side. It's up to you guys. If you guys want to come, you guys are more than welcome to. Okay, here. So yeah, they're cutting down trees. Typical predator behavior, to be quite honest with you. Oh, here we go. La Poubelle. So La Poubelle, maybe we can get it right on here. La Poubelle is owned by a woman who always had I can't go into their property. Is it okay? La Poubelle is owned by a woman who was a very good friend of Danny Masterson. She apparently, allegedly, always had a special table at La Poubelle for Danny Masterson. And he met, allegedly, a lot of his victims here at La Poubelle. And when Danny Masterson was convicted for what he was convicted of, she is one of the many who wrote a letter in defense of Danny Masterson alongside Ashton Kutcher, alongside Mila Kunis. Her letter was deeply disturbing. She tried to make it as though she was a Buddhist. She loved her dogs, that Danny loved her dogs too. And we all know what Danny Masterson did, right? And La Poubelle came to defend him, even after most likely, allegedly, witnessing him getting access to his victims right here in La Poubelle in Los Angeles. And so E-Predators does not support La Poubelle. La Poubelle does not support survivors. La Poubelle is anti-survivors, and is more pro-Scientology and the R words than survivors. So no survivors should eat at La Poubelle. No survivors should eat at La Poubelle. La Poubelle is anti-survivors and pro-Danny Masterson. Pro. Bye-bye. Bye. A guy told me to get the fuck out of here, which is why I constantly am saying to defend and to protect survivors. Go ahead. Protect survivors and not predators. Because while I was standing right here, some guy...
Whoa, okay, we're back. Whoa.
She's right here in the corner. I guess you gotta.
Okay. Alexa. Hey, do you want to tell everyone this, I got it back on? Do you want to just end the live? Yeah. You're not on the microphone anymore, though.
Oh, I'm not on the microphone.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're charging. So that was Scientology Celebrity Center. It was such an honor to stand alongside the brave survivors of Scientology. It's just been such an honor, and I am just so grateful that this turned out to be so empowering, and a lot of people did show up, and David Miscavige's typical tactics did not work. We stood our ground.
They can't hear you.
Oh, because of that?
Yeah, I guess so.
Is it because the Bluetooth is so hooked up to the...
Yeah. Here, for 5 minutes, just, end it.
So, guys, this was...
We're just screen recording.
So just wave goodbye, maybe. There's no sound.
It's still hooked up to this mic. The mic needs to be plugged into my...
Oh, and can you disconnect from mine?
Yeah, can you disconnect the Bluetooth?
I probably have sound on my channel.
Bluetooth in, or is it just the after?
Oh, they can hear. They can hear. Tell everyone they have to get off private property.
Okay, everybody off private property.
If there's any signs, anything that's...
Private property.
Everyone take things off private property, please.
Go film them. Go film the police. Show that they're watching us. Don't get too close.
I will. Lara, could we move just these things off of their
Why?
I guess their property, I guess.
It doesn't matter. Until the police officer tells me to do it, they have to tell me. They say, oh, this is, and then I'll take it away. And I know you guys are trying to be strong and protect your shit, but also I know Scientology. I know what they do, and I'm sick of their crap. They have nothing. They're literally a show, just like Hollywood. They don't have actual power. They threaten you with a few things up here, but then they don't have much. Once the law's involved, no, you don't have much. Danny's in jail for a reason. I will keep my sign on public property.
You assaulted! Report the crime! You didn't pull it in!
Protecting Scientology, like they're guards for Scientology. They're like legit guards for Scientology.
Are you gonna go talk to them or no?
No, I mean, I don't really even want to deal with them.
Dynamics for you ignoring today!
Well, this is amazing.
Maybe we can do one more march around.
Assault is not something that you pulled in. Assault is something disconnection is evil.
What?
I know.
They had a fundraiser, and within like very short, went down the road. You know, I think I know who gave the money. That's all I want.
What?
That they're protecting Scientology and not protecting the protesters. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, you're protecting, it looks like you're guards for Scientology and not LAPD that's supposed to protect and serve the people. Yet LAPD is looking like they're guard dogs or some type of security. For Scientology. I mean, that is mind-boggling. I have never seen LAPD stand in front of an institution and act like they're guards for them, not us. Which it has been and is, and the intention going into it. And yet, the police are staying in front of Scientology to let us know that what? They're still watching us?
They're
Can you-
enforcing it.
Yeah, they're enforcing it.
What's peaceful about that? That's nothing peaceful.
Can you ask if they can hear you?
Do you guys hear me, by the way?
Like they're trying to put force in this. They're not letting us be peaceful. We're not here to hurt anybody. We're here to protest our First Amendment.
It's a First Amendment right.
Trump's over here telling us that we can't get this down past the sidewalk. Oops. Oops.
I mean, that is my song.
The antics from today?
This is hilarious, by the way. This is amazing.
Let's march one more time.
La Poubelle. La Poubelle. Wait, what am I holding?
They can hear you, but they can hear me, but not you. So it's probably because I'm really close.
Wait, can we turn it around?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take all of this. There you go.
All right, it's Alexa. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear me? Yeah, go Lara. Xenu is coming for you all. Come on. Come on, Xenu. I'll hand Xenu a protest sign. I'll hand... Oh, I know, the cameras! So, you see above us, there's cameras watching me as I'm live right now, which is interesting to think about because it's so obvious that they have something to hide, right? They're so defensive. They're so defensive. So defensive. And it's like, why are you so defensive? What do you have to hide? Are you like every other institution that covers up abuses? Yes. Yes, they seem to be like every other institution that covers up abuses. Because usually there is a main predator at the top that's trickling down and protecting all the little minions underneath them. And that's how it goes. It's not like another bad apple, this bad apple, that bad apple. No, 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 no. Don't get it fooled. There's always a predator at the top that is protecting all of the other predators because it is in that predator's best interest to make sure that no one finds out about all the crimes that they're covering up. That's what they do. And so that's why I want to get people to get more focused, stay focused on the predators, stay focused on the predators. But we need to hold these institutions accountable for enabling, for covering up the abuses. And usually, like I'm saying, there is a main predator at the top. And in this scenario, in my opinion, allegedly, David Miscavige is one of those main predators, right? Main predators. And it's in his best interest to cover up everything that's below him, to protect him at the top. And that's how the monarchy has worked. That's a lot of government as well, to be quite honest with you. You know, predators are at the top and they defend and protect the minions underneath them. And they hyper-normalize predatory behavior. They hyper-normalize it, and they pay it off. And that's what they do time and time and time and time and time again. Hi, Becca. Hi, Becca. Wait, I didn't even get to see that. The chat's going so fast I can't see everything. But the tactic that they did today when we rolled up to peacefully protest was awful. It actually made Scientology, in my opinion, look worse. Look worse, because they're still at their same tactics of intimidation. It looks like they're still very chummy with the LAPD. And it's like, wow, so you guys are just still doing the same shit. The same shit. And it didn't work. Every single protester has stood their ground to peacefully protest, and they have every single right to do so. It is their First Amendment right, and if anything, the police should be called on Scientology. Not the protesters, not the survivors, on Scientology. That's who the police should be called on. And yet we see this corruption time and time again, especially when it comes to survivors. And that's why we must protect survivors and not predators, because all we constantly see as survivors is the predators being protected and covered up for. And everyone's like, oh, a survivor gets all these benefits coming forward. What fucking benefits? What benefits? They put their life in danger. They put maybe their family's life in danger for standing up. So many things a survivor can lose, and they do lose, standing up for themselves against the predator, right? So it's just so important. It's a new era. It's a new era of protecting survivors and not predators. And we must continue to chant that. We must continue to do so. Because if we don't, we're going to see this time and time again, where no one is protecting the survivor. No one. And the only person that can protect the survivor is the survivor, and hopefully other allies that are survivors as well. And so it's just so sad to watch survivors get all of this blame that there's benefits to coming forward. There is no benefit for coming forward other than public safety, to make sure it doesn't happen to anybody else. That is the reason for survivors coming forward, and that is it. That is it. And also to empower themselves and inspire. Well, that was something I was saying the other day, is that now these predators are trying to make it that if it's more than one survivor coming forward, then they're conspiring with one another. And I would like to say to them that survivors do not conspire, they inspire. That is what you are seeing. When there is more than one survivor coming forward after another survivor has come forward, that's because that survivor inspired that other survivor to come forward, not conspiring. So don't get it twisted out there, because predators will love to make it that it's something trying to ruin them or ruin their lives. And it's like, no. It's about public safety. It's about making sure they don't get access to more future victims. And it's about healing. And it's survivors' choice to do so. And how they do it is up to them as well. And that's just the truth. That's just the truth.
You're
and
in my
so
way.
Wait, Brian. Poor Brian. I mean, to see that earlier was just so wild to me. Like, they literally wanted to even kind of scare, like, my security away from, like, protecting possibly me in the future of a protest, right? And so the tactic is really gross. Like, it did not make you look better, Scientology. It only made you look worse, and it only made you look more guilty. If you had nothing to hide and you weren't a bad guy, you would have just let us peacefully protest, man. But that tactic right there, and when you've been accused in the past for being in bed with LAPD, you know what I mean? You just showed that might be very true. Might be very true, allegedly very true, 100% probably true. So thank you for showing us what everyone thinks you already are. And it didn't stop the protest. It didn't stop anyone from being here today. Everyone stood super strong because it's power to survivors. That's the new era. It's the power to survivors, and we are going to make sure that everybody starts protecting the survivors and not the predators. And that's the future right there. That's the future for all of the future generations, so that no one has to ever deal with the trauma that us survivors have had to deal with in our lifetime. It is a public safety protocol for a survivor to come forward. So it was such an honor being here today amongst all of these brave survivors. Just so wonderful to meet everybody, to stand with them, safety protocol, to stand our ground, to speak truth to power. And the only thing that has ever changed corruption is speaking truth to power. And so we will prevail. David, if you're watching in your little high tower, survivors will prevail. And actually, we are prevailing already. You know it, which is why you're just used to your same old tactics, but they're not gonna work for that much longer, bro. They're not. Because truth always prevails, even maybe after our lifetime. Sure, maybe, but it will prevail. So TikTok, and I'm so happy to be here amongst all these survivors. And thank you everyone for joining. Let's spread the word. Let's end Scientology, evict them out of every single state.
Power to survivors!
Power to survivors!
Cherry picker.
Power to survivors!
Power to survivors!
Power to survivors!
Protect survivors, not predators!
Protect survivors, not predators! Protect survivors, not predators! Protect survivors, not Scientology! Protect survivors, not Scientology! Survivors united will never be divided! Survivors united will never be divided! A cult is a predator! A cult is a predator! A cult is a predator! Eat predators! Eat predators! Power to survivors! Power to survivors! Power to survivors! And stick it to the man! Stick it to the man! Alexa, one more march. Let's go. Here. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Survivorhood is powerful. You'll see. These predators. These predators knows what it's doing.
I know.
Don't go in there. Survivors don't support La Poubelle. Because La Poubelle is anti-survivor. Oh, no. I literally was like taking away her right to not have her There was a lot of debate around that. I would love, but I don't want to love it's not consensual.
Oh, yeah, of course. Are you still live? Oh, okay.
Tom Cruise is short! Tom Cruise is short! Yes, we got a home run. We got a home. Yes. A cult is a predator! A cult is a predator! A cult is a predator!
Let's march. Yeah.
All right. Let's march!
Let's go, everybody! One more time around the block.
Let's go do a march, you guys.
Yes.
We're going around the block.
I'm saying goodbye to Exino.
Oh my God.
That's my galactic. Isn't it ridiculous? The Exino puppy of love. You're the real L. Ron Hubbard, right? You were the one who was supposed to show Scientology and the policies I held you. I'm sorry it didn't happen.
Let him pass. Let him pass. He's
like, I tried.
He's like, I'm so
Fuck
disappointed.
Scientology. Fuck haters.
Yeah.
Fuck Scientology.
Look, one hand. One hand. I'm gonna go scream and protest.
Children aren't
Let's
therapists.
march! Yeah. Oh my God. That's a great one. Children aren't therapists.
Let's go!
Proud as P!
Proud as P! Proud as P! Proud as P! A cult is a predator! A cult is a predator! Protect survivors, not Scientology! Protect survivors, not Scientology! Power to survivors! Power to survivors! Power to survivors! How many NDAs? How many NDAs? NDAs are not okay! NDAs are not okay! Survivors United will never be divided! Survivors United will never be divided! No more cover up! You can't shut us up! No more cover up! You can't shut us up! Eat predators! Eat predators! Power to survivors! Power to survivors! Power to survivors! Power to survivors!
Be divided!
Survivors United will never be divided! Survivors United will never be divided! A cult is a predator! A cult is a predator! Power to survivors! Power to survivors! Power to survivors! Survivors United will never be divided! Survivors United will never be divided! How many NDAs? Yes. I will. Woo!
Social live streaming, right?
Yeah.
I want to know from Alfred Johnson what the hell
This truck keeps going.
I know. What the hell?
They can't see you. All the windows are.
Survivors United will never be divided.
Power to survivors! Power to survivors!
To survivors! A cult is a predator! A cult is a predator! Power to survivors! Power to survivors!
Survivors United will never be divided!
Survivors United will never be divided!
Proud SP!
Proud SP! Proud SP!
Proud SP! Power to survivors! Power to survivors!
Power to survivors! Power to survivors! Eat predators! Eat predators!
50 gallons is not illegal!
Blocking off the sidewalks.
Rice and beans is not a meal! How many dynamics are you ignoring today?
Well, they clearly can't afford it.
How many dynamics have you ignored today?
I actually want to do that. They want to know how many cents it is.
My name is
I wonder what kind of tampons he uses. You know?
I don't know. What time is it?
Where's Bob Ferris?
Yes, Bob Ferris.
Where's Bob Ferris?
Where's Bob Ferris? Where's Bob Ferris? Let him go! Free Bob Ferris! Free Bob Ferris!
Where is Shelley?
Where is Shelley? Where is Shelley? Where is Shelley? Where is David? Where is David? Where is David?
Scared.
Oh my God. Tiny. Wait, that's amazing. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Where did you get that? That's incredible. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. What is? No. Oh, I saw that on Aaron's channel.
Fake space Navy. That's amazing.
There is David.
There is David.
There is David.
There he is, looking a little bit smaller than usual, which is nothing was possible.
This could be found at the. Is it on the Aftermath Foundation website? Oh, I'm good. Okay.
I don't remember the full thing. Won't forget. That's their channel. Proud SP!
Proud SP! Proud SP! Proud SP!
I love Lara is brave as like honestly brave. To do any of these pieces, I'll get business probably from Scientology.
Adam. Oh no, it's in my backpack.
I got a protest loud. Nice to meet you. Follow me on Instagram, LARA FM Music.
Someone like pulled over while I was doing the ABC interview and was like, "Are you Alexa Nikolas? You're a legend." They were so nice. They were
Aw.
really sweet. I'm like, who's Scientology and who isn't around here? You know what I mean? Like, it's literally if somebody else said hi to you, that person's not a Scientologist.
Gotcha.
She said hi.
Wow.
She's kind of uncomfortable. She was like, oh, I'm just trying to get through. Yeah, she's like, I'll protest.
We're a Scientologist driving by where I'm like, if I show this Proud SP, what do? They literally go, fuck you. They say fuck you.
Right.
And then I'm even more
Yeah, Laura, you missed the guy in the window who came out?
Yeah, who's that?
I have no idea.
from inside. Yeah. No, they're all security. They're all people to shut it down.
Right. They're all like just checking it out. Who was that guy though that came out in the tweeted jacket?
Yeah, I don't know.
Look at my homies.
Did you ask him about when they were hired here? I know. What was that? What did they say? What
They said no, they did hire us.
They
but
did?
We're not a part of Scientology.
Right.
And they did say they did hire us from this hour to this hour.
No, they did not.
Yeah. Hey, no mames! No mames, güey! You ran, dude! You scared! Hey, no mames! What's your name?
¿Cómo se llama?
¿Cómo se llama? Lara. Manuel Lara.
Mucho gusto.
So, let me ask you. What time specifically do they have you working? Till when?
Yeah.
So like anytime, no. Hey, you know what? Good job, work hard. But they purposely did this, you know? They purposely did this because we are fighting. We fucking hate them. They're disgusting. They break up families with their beliefs. Yeah, my mom and dad are in there. And I'm not like, they can't call me, they can't talk to me.
Wow.
But why? I'm a great person.
Great.
Look, I made you guys run away. That was funny. Hey, that was funny. You guys all Alright, I know you're not Scientologists, but it was just funny that they hire you at this time. Because they want it to be really loud so we can't protest. They do this every time. I know, they're like, oh my god, we're gonna get fired. Stop. Oh, okay. Mwah. Yes, get the fuck out. Oh.
Come on, give me one more.
We just talked to the tree trimmers.
Yeah.
And they hired them, today from 6 to 6 today. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You want to go take a photo? I know.
Are we live?
Yes.
That person There is friends of my stalker who I have an RO against, but that person still made their way to my home. Could be a third-party violation.
Yep. That corner is really good. That corner, the opposite corner. Oh, sorry. Yeah, get everybody here together. Jacob, bring everyone over here. Can you rally everyone over here? Yeah. Yeah, I know. Get in tight, everybody.
Push it as much as you can, please. And if people, some people could be lower on the Yes!
Yeah, some people in the front.
Proud SC.
Laura!
Woohoo! All right.
Laura! 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 Oh, okay. Do you want to get Anne? Go grab Anne and Chrissy. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Yeah, wait till after the light. Everybody. Next light. Yeah.
Stand.
We're still fucking here. We eat predators.
Woo! Eat predators!
All right.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3. Larsha. 1, 2, 3. 1.
Woo! Eat predators! Eat Scientology!